Today, from Dublin, Ireland, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. Josh Allen and the Dublin Antlers taking on Russell Wilson and the Mexico City Golden Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Mexico City Golden Eagles and the Dublin Antlers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember for the long...
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
On first down, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. The beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so...
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Marlon Davidson able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Wilson's pass.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run with Drake. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Here's Watkins on the jet sweep. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Nicholas Morris.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd and 9. Allen looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
At his own 49-yard line.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on here to punt it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken at the 37. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Dublin's offense now set to take over. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now on first down, Drake again. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Allen now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. From the gun, Allen. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you got much time in the pocket. He can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. A drive that time of 6 plays. Touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. On the return, here's Hall. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over. First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Antlers 7, Golden Eagles 0.
3 yards remain for second down. Here's Samuels. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of a yard.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
48-yard.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Drake. A gain of 3, second down.
Nicholas Morrow on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
play
7.
action. Now it's Allen.
46-yard line.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Throwing on first down is Allen. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, he completes this into the hands of Miller. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead moves to 10-zip.
There's 10. Golden Eagles, nothing.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Heading back out there, Jalen Samuels. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought
making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
on 2nd and 7. Wilson. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
A gain of 12. And a Mexico City first down.
On first down, it's Samuels. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Stay moving. Stay offense. That's not good enough, man.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. From the shotgun, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Number 16.
Give him 9 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
It's 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
The kicker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Is good.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Over 1st and 10 at their own.
The quarterback, Josh Allen, the focus of our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
That's good.
It's a big play there. And even 50 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hand.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. To try again after the sack. Wilson, and finding the tight end Hooper. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing again on second down, Wilson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
To number 84.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And Hall not going to bring this one out. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down, Golden Eagles.
They'll run on first down. Samuels takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Second and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson's got Hooper on the short connection.
Wilson's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Darius Leonard make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to kick it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Good. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Yards to go.
Forced out to his left. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Dublin's offense now set to take over. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? beating him to the point of attack.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Allen's pass intercepted. They'll take over first.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 22-yard line.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. Timmons. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that makes it 14-10. So this drive spans 7 plays.
Golden Eagles 14, Antlers 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This is complete to Watkins on the slant.
That's good. 4A.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Second and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them.
And he's into the clear. Touchdown.
Wilson's pass.
A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
It's good, and it's 21-10. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
And 2 at the 31-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen over the middle. He's got Watkins.
Sammy Watkins.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Allen's throw is complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Allen again. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And a Mexico City first down.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Kirk, complete.
Wilson's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. So after the INT, it's Allen. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And a huge play that time. 49 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season, and his guys are going to retake the lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
So after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. On the return, here's Hall. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The defense working their way back out now onto their home turf.
Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding.
It's a gain of 10.
And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Dancing to his left. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
4-24.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Allen to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
From midfield, here's Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Back to throw. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And it's third down.
For Davius White on the coverage.
To throw is Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Zerline now for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. On the return, here's Hall. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. This will be caught at about the 5. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Wilson to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
One last shot for Wilson. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
Point after here coming up. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the touchdown capped off by the PAT, and that means that we are likely heading to overtime. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. A well-executed 22-yard gain. What an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And when they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a handoff for Drake. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 9 yards that time.
Now that's the way to do it. hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Nicholas Morrow on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen, and he delivers a strike complete to Watkins.
1st and 10 at the 20.
He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A good pickup there at 22. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light is still on for him.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try again with Drake. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Touchdown, Dublin.
To see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the home team here, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And now they'll face the prospect of a long, albeit happy flight across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.